At this hour, there are a number of search and rescue teams on the ground and also in the air. We did catch up with one. So far, though, they have not made any disturbing discoveries, but they are in these neighborhoods where you see so much debris. They're going door to door, making sure that there aren't any people stranded or any victims.
Michael, what is the death toll at this point in the lower Keys?
Lori, at this hour, communication is still tough down here. In fact, we're talking to you via satellite phone, just checking in with authorities here. I have not gotten any updated numbers, but I am trying to stay in touch with people, with authorities here in the Keys, and as soon as I get a definitive number, I'll have that for you.
And Michael, just so you know, because there is so little communication, I'm just checking now on latest word. They have confirmed 8 deaths in the Keys, and that is coming from Monroe County. It is tragic to hear that. 8 deaths in the Florida Keys because of Irma. There are actually, let me correct, and Michael,
thanks for...
2 of those 8 deaths occurred in Key West. The other 6 were in other parts of Monroe County. So let's be really clear. I mean, obviously Monroe County is the entire Keys. 8 deaths in Monroe County. 2 of those were in Key West. And where you are in Sugarloaf Key, how far are you exactly from Key West?
Yeah, so we're only about 25 miles from Key West, so not too far from here, and especially since it is still closed off to residents. The only traffic here, military vehicles, obviously first responders, so really takes no time to get there. But just walking around here, we have talked to neighbors, and some of them say they haven't heard or seen their neighbors in days. So we are hoping for the best here, but that's why it's so important that these search and rescue crews are on the ground going door to door, because when you see all this debris and devastation, there is no telling what could be inside these homes.
And Michael, what is the worst of the destruction that you've seen during the time that you've been there?
So just driving in Big Pine Key, which is just up the road from here, and actually coming up in our report at 5 o'clock, we're going to take you there. We saw a RV park that it was really eerie being there. There were really no signs of life. You saw big RVs literally flipped over. This reminds me, I've spent a lot of time, 3 or 4 years reporting in Oklahoma City, covering tornadoes, and this really reminds me of what it looks like after an EF4 and EF5 tornado rips through a community. Just so much destruction. So being in that RV park, it really kind of sent chills down your spine, especially when you think about if people had been riding out that storm in the RV and had not evacuated, there is absolutely no way they would have made it out alive. And again, we are going to show you at 5 o'clock. We'll take you to that RV park and you'll just see that devastation. And I'm sure a lot of you at home are going to be stunned by what you see.
Michael, in the daylight hours, we know the Keys are open now to you and other media. Are you allowed to just go up to any home on your own, or do you have to be surrounded by some National Guard member or some search and rescue crew? My point is, could you end up potentially finding someone in a home?
Yeah, Lori, and that's what's so surprising. Literally, there's no one here to stop us. All you have to do is show that you are a member of the media. We have credentials with our photo and obviously our WPLG logo on it. We show them and we can pretty much get anywhere, but that's why it is so imperative that we're careful. Our crews out here, you know, we're down here because we want to show our viewers. So many of you right now still may be in Miami and in Broward, you know, still seeking shelter with family members because you can't get down here. So we're doing our best to show you what's going on down here, but we got to be careful because even just coming to this live shot, we saw a couple streets where there's still down power lines and there's no utility crews around them, so we're not sure if those are live wires. So yes, the media can go wherever they want, but you've got to use caution, you got to use your brains, you got to be smart out here because there is just so much debris and devastation out here, and you just don't know what you're going to find.
Our Michael Sided, one of the first on the scene of that destructive scene in Sugarloaf Key. Michael, be safe and certainly be smart down there. Thanks a lot. We'll talk to you soon.